Wow, what a night this has been. First off, I finally solved the problem I've been looking to solve for the past year and a half. I started a project, like I said, about maybe a year and a half ago, of recovering my designs from the original 121701.com website. In my mind, that I remembered there were 4 designs. Of those 4, I had documentation of 3. There was one design which was a matrix design when I used movable type that is gone. It's completely gone. I barely have a screenshot of it. I have a screenshot of it when I had a live CD. It wasn't Ubuntu at the time. It was a Linux distribution that I was running at the time, and I was opening up Windows to check everything out. I had a video playing, I had a song playing, I had the web browser up, and the web browser unfortunately was behind everything, and that is the only documentation of that design. If you go on my visual history on my site, you will see that screenshot. So there's 3 designs that I have proper documentation of. 1 is the original design, 2 is the blue design, 3 is a black design. What I'm looking to do is make functional reproductions of these. Not reproductions to use on the current site. That just won't work the way these were designed. These were designed with tables. What I want to be able to do is I don't want it to be a screenshot. I want the text to be able to select it. Possibly the links working to the vintage pages that I'm going to recreate. The black side I had done, the front page done. The blue side I had the front page done. The original site was giving me problems. So I couldn't figure out the tables. I honestly could not figure them out by hand. I had nothing at my disposal to work with tables. So it wasn't until today that I, for some reason, picked it back up, started looking at it, and something popped in my head. In the Microsoft resource pack that I have from IO Computers, I remembered there was a front page CD in there. Front page is how I originally created. Came up here, fired up the PC, threw the disk in, installed front page, brought it up, and BAM! Beautiful! It was perfect! I save the file, I take it to the web browser, I load up in Chrome, and it goes, yeah, right, it looks exactly like it did. So it took a few hours, took about an hour and a half of me working on it, and I finally got it done. It was about 45 minutes, maybe 2 hours. It was about 45 minutes at one shot before my wife came home. And then after they went to bed, it was about another hour or so after that. And I finally got the code. I had to go in there and hand rip out the code. I mean, it was what front page was displaying and what was actually displaying in Chrome were 2 different things. So I kind of had to bridge the gap and say, okay, you look like this in front page, you look like this in Chrome. Let's rip this out and this out and try to get this. So we'll kind of maybe mesh in the middle, and it works. Well, it works right now. I actually have it uploaded to a shared drive that I made tonight, and we're going to test it out when I go downstairs. Shared drive thing's a funny thing. My new Netgear router has a USB port for a shared networked storage device. And in the back of my head, I've been thinking, you know what, I actually want to pick up 2 extra external drives, but the money's just not there right now. I'd like to pick up an extra one for the Plex. Actually, what I'd like to do is there's a terabyte drive in here that I may want to take out, copy everything from the 500 downstairs to the terabyte, and then put the terabyte downstairs for the Plex server and put the 500 up here, because this is mostly going to be a gaming rig. I'm not really going to do that much work on there. It's not a production machine. For the video right now, I'm recording on the laptop, so this isn't really going to be a production machine, so it's not going to need a lot of storage. The other external drives, I wanted to hook it up to the router. That way it'd be great. I have network storage between the PC, the Mac, the laptop, the Mac Mini, but I just don't have the money. So then I got the idea, hey, I have a 16 gigabyte thumb drive that's sitting in Jess's car inside of her stereo from music that we took to the beach. So I'm like, okay. I grab the thumb drive, throw it in the Mac, reformat it, take it downstairs, throw it into the... Well, I didn't throw it in. I inserted it into the router. Came upstairs, went right to the network places, typed in the address, boom, network storage. So that's where I uploaded the file. I uploaded the original files, the images and the HTML file, to the shared drive. When I go downstairs, I am going to, well, let's put it this way. I already uploaded it to the server. I have to test it out on Safari. I got to test it on Firefox and make sure it works. Up here it works on Chrome, no problem. I don't want to install Safari. I don't want to install Firefox up here. I just want this to be Chrome. That's it. Internet Explorer, you can go blow me. I really don't care what you look like in there, because the 3 people who uses Internet Explorer can go suck themselves. Yes, that's right. So that's kind of what the Geeking Out I've been doing. I also got a chance to sit down after that. I was so pumped up. I went to play Star Trek Online for the first time in years. Not running any better. It was really nice when I first started playing, and people have told me it's gone downhill. And I actually believe that it went downhill because it just didn't look good. But, I know, wait for it. Then I played EverQuest. So it was taking forever for EverQuest to load up the first map. So I picked Badassius, which is my Necromancer. He's level 13 right now. This is from my old days of playing. I had Badassius, my Human Necro, Ditka, my Barbarian, and ZPM, which is my, was it a wizard? I think he's a wizard. So I had those 3. So I loaded up Badassius, because that was my original character when I first started on my original account. There was Badassius, which is my Necro. My first character was a Paladin, which I'm trying to remember his name, and I can't remember it. But those characters got erased. That was when I was paying. When I stopped paying for it, I also had a dwarf in there that I played with for a while. Anyway, there was a couple years in between where I didn't pay and I didn't play. Then it went free to play, and I believe when it went free to play, they erased all the characters that weren't being paid for. And, well, now I got them anyway. I got these old characters I played literally years ago. I still have them, so that's a good thing. I don't have to start all over again. But back to the story. It took forever for this to load up. I was in the Common Lands. And I'm like, why is it taking so much to load the Common Lands? It's relatively simple. Well, it opens up. They redesigned everything. The huts actually look like huts now. Like, they've got grass on them in there. They're rounded. There's veg. I was just blown away by the veg on the ground. There's plants that are multi-textured. It's just not like the old trees, which were just, textures like this, and they were two-dimensional, and they just moved with you. No, I mean, well, the last update, the trees actually sway and move now, but there's veg now that just sways and moves. That's fantastic. They redid the sky. The stars are a lot better. The lighting is a lot better. I saw a will-o-wisp, but from the lighting you have, I don't know if you need a light stone from them. I'm still going to kill a will-o-wisp one of these days and get a light stone, greater light stone, hopefully. So then I'm like, okay, I don't know where I'm at. I was totally disoriented, so I found the mountain that leads to Row, followed that in, found the path again, went right to Freeport. Again, it's taking forever to load up Freeport. So I'm waiting. Freeport loads up, and holy shit, it's a goddamn fortress now. I mean, it blew my mind. I mean, for those of you who've been playing it, they're celebrating their 15th anniversary. I've been playing since March of 2000, so you figure I've been playing for over 14 years. So I got in, it was right after the second expansion pack came out. That's when I started playing. So I've been playing that long, and I knew Freeport like the back of my hand. I knew the design, I knew everything back when we played, because I'd play for 6-7 hours a night. I still had that map in my head. Well, they completely redesigned Freeport. Not only is it redesigned, like it looks like a castle, it looks like an entire fort now, but the roads and the paths are completely redesigned now. So the map I've had in my head for the last 14 years is now wrong. I mean, when you walk in, there's Boomba the Big, who's always been there, and his fire is gone now. Boom the Big has always been near his fire. You've always been able to go in, as soon as you go into East Freeport, you've been able to go off the sides, go up steps, and go into the little tower there. That's gone. There's just vendors everywhere. There's walls where there shouldn't be walls. The textures are amazing, but now I have to relearn Freeport. So you know what that means? I gotta play more EverQuest. I know. So that's my night tonight. As you can tell, I'm kind of happy. I'm kind of good. I got some network storage going on. It's only 16 gigs, but you know what? It's great. It's great to have something that I mean, I still have my capture drive right here, which I'm using to record this. But it's nice that I don't have to carry this everywhere, and I don't have to carry a thumb drive when I want to go back and forth up here. I just go onto the network storage. I go downstairs, back onto the network storage, boom. Because I actually thought about getting one of my old PCs out, probably my P2, my Pentium 2 machine, hooking that back up as a server and creating an FTP file server. I don't have to do that anymore because now I have network storage. The hard drives I have are bigger than the 16 gigabytes that I would throw into an FTP file server. However, I gotta make the server, I gotta set it up, I gotta take it downstairs, I gotta plug it in, I have to set up remote desktop, then I have to worry about the dampness that we get in the spring and the summer, which the dehumidifier takes care of that. But I have to worry about that. I have to worry about any kind of mold or mildew going inside of there. That's all shit I don't want to deal with. So I got a solid state drive in there. Boom, 16 gigs. That's fine for what I need. In fact, I'm going to probably look at this size, and I'm probably going to shoot this onto the 16 gig drive just to see how long it'll take there. I'll still take the drive down, but I want to see how long it's going to take the transfer. That'd be awesome. It should be technically quicker because it's USB through a landline. Well, not landline, but a Cat 5 connection. It's not wireless. It should be quicker than a USB 2.0, but we'll see. So the FTP file server is gone. It's out of the question. A external drive is going to be in the future. When in the future? Probably in the next year. It's a luxury item. It's not something that I need. It is a complete luxury item. So that's really about it. So I geeked out. I'm geeking out here. You can tell I'm geeking out because I'm talking pretty fast. It's not as fast as I usually talk. I usually talk like this when I get really excited, but when I take the time to make a video like this, I try not to talk that fast, because when I talk that fast, people usually can't keep up. Even though I can keep up with this, I try to slow down. But when I'm excited, this is how fast I talk. So this is my slow, excited talking time. That's it. This has probably been long enough. This has been, I don't even know, 13 minutes. So that's probably one of the longest vlogs I've ever done. So I'm going to go downstairs. Actually, I'm going to take this over to the shared network drive. I'm going to take it downstairs. It is, 1 a.m.? Probably going to throw this together. If not, I'll throw it together tomorrow morning. Upload it. Either way, you're going to see this soon. See you later. Somewhere. Actually, let's go to one of my favorite places. Let's go from, I know you can't see it, but from that camera to the laptop while I mix my voice, everyone else's voice. Too lazy to find out. It's just easier sometimes to hit the OK.
Oh, I like this axe.
People on the audio side.
Oh yeah, I'm here. Yeah, I keep forgetting we still do the audio recording.